Scam alert. Joining me now is Tom Johnson of the Better Business Bureau, watching out for our money. Always a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Great to be with you, Angie.
So it is Halloween, so any tips?
Well, you have to remember there's a lot of pop-up stores. You see them popping up on every street corner during Halloween time a lot. And what you see is not necessarily what you get. You might buy a costume or an outfit that you think looks great, but it may have been in boxes for the last 14 years because of what they don't sell, they just box up and bring out last year.
Oh boy.
So you got to remember that when you're dealing with these kinds of stores, there are really highly accredited Halloween costume stores.
Sure,
and you
there
may
are.
want to search BBB databases for that. Or always buy with a credit card so you have some kind of recourse in case you get something that just falls apart the moment you get it home.
Or is toxic.
Or is toxic, because once Halloween's over, these stores disappear and you don't know if they're ever going to come back or not.
Something that's also been popping up is there's a scam out there where people are stealing potential home buyers' down payments. How cruel.
Well, the scammers look for two things. At a time when people are really excited and happy, or excited and fearful. And when you buy a home, it touches both of those emotions on a high level. You're excited to get the home, you're fearful because a lot of money is being transacted. And what they do, they fish into your computer and they'll send you an email, wire us the money for the down payment before the closing. And people do that. Don't ever wire money in a real estate transaction unless you know the person is waiting on the other end and you know who that is. Because once it's out, it's gone.
Now, the closing, you're usually sitting at a table. You might even have an attorney there, but you are face to face with the buyer and the seller right across from each other.
And
So,
legitimate transactions always want a cashier's check or your personal
Yes.
check to sign off on
Yes.
for documentation.
absolutely. One other scam to watch out for, I can't believe this one is back. It's the ATM skimming scam. Now, I had this happen to me at a gas station where I used a credit card,
frightening.
and then all of a sudden I got a call from the bank and they said, hey, somebody's using your credit card numbers, because they skimmed my numbers off of the pump. Unbelievable.
Skimmer scammers, and they're back, and it's another double trouble scam, because not only when you pump your information in there can they sometimes skim and take money away from you, but now they can steal your identity as well. So it's really a double threat. So we say twist and shout. So when you walk up to an ATM machine and you stick your card in, twist it, make sure there's nothing wrong with it, and if there is, shout it out. Call the police, call the BBB, and let people know. But always, it's no longer a society where you can just go in and do that. You always have to check now, because you never know.
What do you mean by twist?
So on these machines, they literally can put in fake scammers, and they're very fragile for the most part, or a cover, and if you twist it, it'll pop right out if it's a skimmer scammer. And so if you twist that, you'll almost all the time find out if there's a fake piece of plastic that's been put over the top.
Great tip. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.